guys, welcome to my channel. So I wanted to do an updated reading for Xavier Harrelson, an 11-year-old little boy who's been missing for over a month now. I'm pretty sure it's over a month. He was from Iowa, maybe. He is from Montezuma, and he is 4 feet 9 inches tall, weighs 100 pounds, with brown hair, blue eyes. You're asked to call 911 if you have a tip that can help investigators find answers. Investigators reported a false alarm in Hope. I don't know what the name of that county is, but it was a few weeks ago, I think. A group of fishermen told the sheriff's office about what looked like a body in the Skunk River there. Lighting and the dive teams were brought to the area, but those teams found a body that was actually a mannequin. There has been no sign of Harrelson since he disappeared on May 27th. The FBI created a digital tip line for the investigation of his disappearance. Anyone with any information regarding his location may submit information, photographs, or videos to fbi.com/findxavier with a period, and I will put that link in the description box below. Okay, guys. So I already did a previous reading for him, but I'm going to try to do another one. I want to try to get some more answers for this baby. He reminds me of Gannon, just the age of him. Why is my hair stuck in there? Okay, so let's get to it, guys. Spirit guides, guardian angels, can you please show me with the tarot what's the reason or motive behind Xavier Harrelson's disappearance? Can you please show me the reason or the motive behind 11-year-old Xavier Harrelson's disappearance? Please show me the motive or reason behind his disappearance. So we have the Ace of Cups, the Emperor in reverse, and the Devil. Can you give me information surrounding where Xavier Harrelson is now? Can you please give me information surrounding where he is now? Where is 11-year-old Xavier Harrelson now? So we have the Four of Swords, King of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Star card. Okay. Alright, Spirit, what information would help police find Xavier Harrelson? What information can Spirit show me with the tarot that would help police find Xavier Harrelson? What information would help police find him? So the Seven of Wands in the reverse, the Fool card in the reverse, and the Justice card in the reverse. And Seven of Swords on the bottom. Okay. Alright, let's look at this. I'm going to meditate with my cards. I'm going to try to get the most I can about this situation. My heart breaks. Especially with kids. Anything with kids. It's the most tolling on me than anything. Any case, anything I've ever tapped into energetically, children affect me in real life too, because those are the closest to God you can get. Okay, guys. So the Ace of Cups relates to an offer, an opportunity that is beneficial or profitable, is presented or is told or known about, whatever the case may be. The Emperor reverse is the weakness and vulnerability of not being financially stable, knowing that she is not with anybody at the time, I think. And not only being in a struggle to provide stability financially, but as well as being incapable of standing up and protecting her son, or herself. So this person knew that they would easily be able to control the situations and call the shots and make sure this mission that was completed. It was possibly something that was under the guise of like a promising of financial security, of stability. It could be somebody that she was with previously. The devil shows that he used the vulnerability that he knew that she had, the weaknesses that he knew, and the ins and outs basically of her life, the mom's life, to fill his own selfish desires. He used her need to basically have someone there to help support her in taking care of her and support her financially. It's possible that he presented something to her in a box that seemed legit because he knew that that he could easily control her, that she's very vulnerable, and that, her need for money would allow him to do this nefarious thing that he wanted to do, to make money. I don't think that she knew what was going to happen to her son. And I don't think that what she thought was going to happen or what was going to happen to him is what inevitably ended up happening to him. Because, see, so this is a motive or a reason for his disappearance. Profit. He knew that she was easily controlled. He knew that it was an easy target, basically. He wanted to fulfill his own sexual desires. This could be some bad things right there with the devil energy. Okay, so about where he is. Now here's the thing, y'all. Okay, so as far as the location goes, I mean, obviously, it's hard to get location with tarot, but I can get information surrounding kind of the ins and outs of it, so to speak. So, the Four of Swords is, does she have an illness? Does the mom have like an illness or an injury? And dealing from possibly like a heartbreak at some point? Maybe like resting, waiting, trying to wait something out. Oh. Okay, so the thing is, so the mom was trying to wait out telling about Xavier's disappearance. And the reason that she was trying to wait it out is because there was a purpose behind Xavier's disappearance. And she was trying to wait that out, and it had to do with a greedy thing with this older man. This is greed, material corruption, extortion. And then this is it coming to light. You know, this feels like the information surrounding him being missing comes to light, and that's I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, so I feel like he was supposed to be like used for other purposes. I don't want to say, but and that's why she was waiting. She wanted to make sure that happened. So that she could get big money, like hell, and have her wish fulfilled. But the wish was impeded by the information coming out about his disappearance, which caused the justice card to go in reverse. And okay, y'all, listen. Okay, so this would be home. This is nesting. This is the mom at home, waiting it out, trying to wait before she gives any information. Her heart is broken, but as you can see, the heart's, you know, out of her body, so she doesn't have to feel it. So this could be drug use, whatever the case may be, right? Out of it. He possibly drugged her in order to make sure that it happened that way. This older male, right? Came in with this star energy, you know, like he under the guise, like they say, the devil is like everything you ever wanted, everything you ever needed. Like, thank you, on the knees and thank you. I feel like Xavier is outside in the ground somewhere because things did not go as planned. Something like, I guess the neighbor, essentially the neighbor, telling about it ruined it. So, and then it comes down to this one here. What would help police in understanding, you know, and finding Xavier. The Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands in the reverse is her failing to protect or defend her child. The Fool card that's in the reverse. Her failing to protect herself or her child, even being unable to. It's possible that drugs were used to subdue her. It's not that the mom is necessarily guilty, in my opinion, at all. It's that she knows exactly what happened. She knows exactly what happened. It's not that she doesn't know. She does know. It's just that, in a way, her poor decisions and the lack of stability and security in the family is what led to the demise, basically, and the ability for her son to be just gone, you know? It's horrible. So this man, he could be someone that she dated previously, someone in the past that, you know, was like, oh, I want to start up a new relationship with you, you know, everything's going to be great, only to be vulnerable, or to get back in so that he could get a quick buck, almost. Like, he needed money too, it seems. He gave her the impression that, you know, oh, come here, I shall help you, give me your hands, I shall help you. but he wasn't gonna help her. She felt to protect him from this male influence, because the thing is, she knew. There's something that she knew about this male energy that she knew, okay? She knew something about this male when they were together previously. And she knew he was dangerous and reckless and almost like she had given up anyway, like on life or whatever it feels. You know, she trusted him. He offered her help and support, but he had ulterior motives. You know, having him, you know, basically making a deal with the devil like she did, it came at a price that she didn't even know that it would cost her. As well as that star card, that information, that news regarding his disappearance being let out, unfortunately came with a price too, and I think it was his passing. This is horrible. And basically she felt she had no other option than what she ended up ultimately doing, which was allowing this male to come back. She was lonely. You know, everything was overwhelming to her then, or before then, when she was just them two. So she behaved in reckless, unstable, and made some really, really terrible decisions that ultimately affected her son, and is ultimately the reason that this male figure was allowed in her life, in his life in the first place. And I think that maybe the time before, something had to have happened when they were together prior, that she knew he didn't need to be back. He was like bad fucking news, and she was involved in some of that bad fucking news. So she was just as guilty in some ways. You see the justice card in reverse, and this is the injustice. This is the not wanting to take accountability for her role in causing his disappearance, and her role in keeping some type of justice from being served, be it her sons or what. I feel like she got away with something, or she has been getting away with something. As above, so below. You know, this is a balance that is not corrected yet. It needs to be corrected. The Seven of Swords is somebody getting away with something, you know, deceit, dishonesty. A bad outcome to a court case, previously in the past, adjacent to this, possibly. I don't know what this would be. The Fool in reverse. So she knew, okay. So she knew about some other case or some other thing that he did illegally. And he, what the heck? Okay, so she knew about that. She knew about the injustice. She just basically had a disregard for the consequences that her actions would have on other people, her behavior would have on other people. She wasn't concerned about that. Wow. So again, like I said, I'm not saying that the mother did anything to him. I did feel more like that in the very first reading that I did. And I really wanted to implore the questions that I asked and to get more information, because the first reading, you know, didn't feel, something felt weird. There was a weird energy there, and I didn't quite understand it. But now it makes more sense. This man, this devil energy, it's like she sold her soul to the devil, you know? And money was a motivating factor for her reasoning of bringing this devil energy back around him and her. But if only that man, you know, wouldn't have noticed him missing, and then something, I mean, I just don't understand, like, because it's not like I feel like killing him or him passing away was the purpose. That doesn't feel like the purpose to me. It feels like the purpose was probably more worse. I think that maybe this might be the better end of the stick, because it's quick, fast, like a band-aid for him specifically. I hope you guys know what I mean. I cannot say it, but that's what it's feeling like. I mean, but it couldn't happen because too much light, too much truth. The truths that he was missing at the time occurred before he could do what he needed to do to make the effort worthwhile. And this is going to be someone that she was with in the past. It's going to be an older male. He could have possibly ran a business, owned a business, even like been the boss of a business, like let's say he had a fucking deli shop down the road, but really he was doing some backdoor stuff at the deli too. But he had a front of the deli shop. His deli shop went under. He lost control of the deli shop, something like that. It closed, and you know, it became more difficult for him to do what he was doing prior and continue to do it. So he made concessions, and this was a quick way to make a buck for both of them, because it was mutually beneficial. It was going to be profitable for both. She didn't know what was going to happen necessarily, but I think she might have been part of it, and I'm not cool with any of the knowledge that she has, because she has not told anything. Because again, she, just as well as this devil man that I'm going to call him, just as easily as he can be charged, she could be charged too. Matter of fact, if the truth does come to light, they're both entangled in it. No. I do feel like circles seem to be pretty important. So, circular. So, and this is the nest, this is home. We know that she moved. So I'm going to say that he's probably going to be, if we link these two cards, you know, it didn't work out how it was supposed to because the news came out. I'm looking at him. This is home. So we have the money here. This is going to be upward. So it's going to be north. Northeast of where the home is, but not far. It's going to be outdoors, probably near some type of water, if not in water. Interesting. This man was able to get him away from the house without being noticed by anybody else. He was able to get in and out without everybody seeing him. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. But she knew, and that's what I was picking up on. And I guess, you know, I don't know, that's why I like to read, you know, multiple times, because, not multiple, but at least two, just because I want to get as much information as I can, and sometimes I'm only picking up a certain dynamic when the full dynamic isn't there for me in the first reading. Most of the time I connect better after I've done the initial reading and then do another. Sometimes I can connect greatly right away. But it reminds me a lot, actually, of GameStop. And it's not necessarily because they're both 11 years old and they're little boys, and this is horrible in any respect, but more so just the energy and the conglutedness of it, and how I feel like murder was not the fucking, not what it was intended to be. There was this devil energy there, the sexual stuff inverted in this, and I feel the same way about this too. It feels very, very, very similar. Very similar. In that retrospect. Just like convoluted nastiness. Like, ugh. Let me know what you guys think. Love ya.